YouTube, what's happening? It is Wednesday, August 28th, and as you can see, we got a jam-packed schedule today in the baseball world. We have 16 games. One of these is a makeup from yesterday where they only threw 4 pitches and called it. So, I mean, there's nothing else to expect from Texas and Chicago White Sox. I mean, come on, that's what they do. Yesterday, I went 5-7, minus 2.65 units. It happens. I'm still at 40 units. I'm clinging on them units, trying to hold on until we get to the playoffs. Well, we got about a month left. I can do it. I know I can. I didn't do too great. You didn't do too great either, I see, because I followed some of the plays in the comments. If I said, hey, I'm tailing, I tailed it. And none of the parlays hit. Not a single one. But guess what? We're going to have days like that. Now, a couple straight bets did. I followed the OHOP to go under 1.5 HRR because Dude can't hit anything right. He can't hit nothing. Trash, terrible right now. That was easy money. And then also, even though they made him wash his hands for some reason, still hit the over in 1.5 walks for plus money. So, okay, we'll take that. Cool. So we got a couple wins there. Overall, it was a kind of day. I mean, it was a Tuesday. Tuesday is the worst day of the week anyways, let's be honest. It's got to be the worst. So today's Wednesday. It's hump day. So we have a bunch of games today. I'm filming college football later today for the video that's going out either tonight or tomorrow morning. So it's such a good day. I love this time of year. So we have 16 technically games to talk about today. Let's go ahead and jump to that first game right now. All right, before we jump to the first game, this is Outlier because some people ask questions. What is it? You can see everything here has all the games. Baseball, college football is up and loaded with all the spreads, odds, totals, everything we need for the props that we look at. NFL's up right now. So there's a link in the description. You can check that out. You get a free week. Just go check it out. It's worth it. You'll like it. So especially with football and basketball starting to come up, it's going to be useful a lot. So first game, we have the Cubs, we have the Pirates. Pirates are minus 158. They're going to be a moderate favorite because you know who's pitching. And you can see his total's 9.5. That's crazy. Let's look at the weather. Get my mouse down here. There we go. Mouse, there we are. It's going to be, it might rain. It might. 6 miles an hour. There you go. 91 degrees. Going to be hot. Hot. Let's look at the bats. We see 60% nerfy based on what they've done this year. 9.7 and 301. The Cubs are still on fire offensively. They had 9 runs yesterday, but they only batted 206 yesterday. That matters. We'll see 5.7, 306 for Pittsburgh. That's 8 and 4th. No wonder the total's 9.5, but Cubs are striking out 20th, which is what you want to see when you're facing Paul Skeens, because people love to take a strikeout prop. So let's look at the pitchers first. Hendricks is going out there for Chicago. You can see what he's done this month. 3-1-2, nothing too crazy. I mean, down here was his worst game as KC. So, I mean, he's going to give a couple runs. That's what he's probably going to do. Skeens is going out there, Mr. 216, .94 whip. 130 strikeouts. Had a 6-inning gem against Cincy last time out with 9 strikeouts. So much for the concerns about his velocity and his fastball. That's clearly out the window all of a sudden because he shut them up real quick. So yeah, you can see what he's done. Dude's a beast. Yeah, one of the top pitchers in baseball as a rookie. It's just insane, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. So let's go to the props, see what we can find, because I got to give the advantage to Pittsburgh. Chicago gets the advantage of the bats. Pittsburgh gets the advantage of the pitcher, obviously. So let's see what we can find. Let's start with Hendricks first. Let's look at some history. I'm going to refresh Google because it froze. If you have too many Google Chrome tabs open, it freaks out and just locks down sometimes. I only have like 30. I mean, it's not that many. So, but it's spread over multiple monitors. So it's crazy. So, all right, let's see. We want Hendricks. Telez is batting 300. Joe's batting 533 and 15 at bats. What? Oh my goodness. Reynolds only batting 194. I almost want to look at team total Pittsburgh because the way they're batting plus these numbers. Okay. Against righties, they tend to do well as well. Yeah, remind me to look up. Well, don't remind me. I'm gonna lose myself. Let's see. Yeah, you're not that good. Okay. So, all right, Paulie, what you got for us, buddy? Let's see. History. Nico's got a home run, and that's it. And now a bunch of zeros on top of it. So, okay, cool. And Chicago tends to struggle mightily versus righties this year. They're better against lefties. I say mightily. No, it is mightily because that's your highest one. Everything else is 250 or lower. Your 2 green ones are good. Everyone else is kind of So, yeah. Okay. Strikeouts is 6.5 against a team that is 20th and 22nd in the last game, and it's 135. Yep, I am not overthinking anything today. Schemes over 6.5 Ks. Lock it in before it goes 7.5. So just saying it. Just doing it. Just doing it. Got to do it. Also, I think I'm gonna take Pittsburgh to win the game. Just gonna throw that out there. Looking at everything, Cubs offense is on fire. Yeah, I might be crazy. Yeah, we're gonna have fun today. I think Pittsburgh wins the game. The offense is doing good. You saw the stats, how they do versus. Yep, we're doing it. You cannot stop me. I am doing it. Pittsburgh money line parlay on top of that. Yes, as a well, they are favored. Never mind. I thought they were, for some reason I'm thinking the underdogs. Yeah, Pittsburgh's going in the money line parlay for sure. On top of that, what's the last thing? Oh, forgot to look at the bats. Don't forget to look at the bats. I mean, I didn't. No, I got two things already because I'm about to add a third. We're about to come here and we're going to do exactly what I said I was going to do. We're going to team props Pittsburgh 4.5 plus 100. That's what we're going to rock with. I'm doing it. I don't care. Pitt over 4.5 team total. Yep. So we're going to go Schemes to hit his strikeout prop of 6.5, Pittsburgh to hit their team total of 4.5, and Pittsburgh to win the game. We're going Pittsburgh heavy today. Next game. All right, next up we got Kansas City and Cleveland, and for some reason KC was an underdog, and we show why yesterday shouldn't be because they won the game. It was easy. It was beautiful. We love that. Today KC is again an underdog. We're just going to take more money today. It looks like 8 is your total. Looking over at the weather, we can see it's going to be cloudy, 20%. Yeah, wind blowing in, nothing too nice. Not the perfect day, but whatever, still 83. Let's look at the stats. 53% Murphy based on what they've done this year. Both teams are on 3-game streaks. One's going the wrong way, one's going the right way. 6.3280 for KC. That's 3rd and 8th in the last 3. Cleveland 2.7, a $1.75. 27th in both of those. That ain't gonna get the job done, guys. That's why you got a L3 next to your name, and neither team strikes out. That's they never do. So let's look at the pitchers. Waka Waka's going out there today for KC. We could see what he has done, and I mean, dude's just good. I mean, he hasn't had a bad game on screen, so yeah, I like that. And he hasn't faced Cleveland in a while either. So Bybee is going out there. BB is going out there. You can see, I mean, he's had a couple 4 games, but outside the games, these games have been pretty good too. So we got a couple pretty good pitchers. Pretty simple, straightforward. So, all right. So we have a big advantage in the bats for KC, and we have it's about equal on the pitchers. I don't see really a big advantage for either side. So let's pop the props and see if anything stands out. Let's look at some history, shall we? Let's start with Bybee. Oh, wow. Okay, we got some homers. Not many at bats, though. Like Perez is 0 for 7. That's notable. Bobby is 2 for 8. Vinny is 2 for 5. And Melendez is 0 for 7. So, not the best numbers. Against righties, we can see how they do. Everybody seems to be in the 2s except Mr. Witt, who's going to be in the 340 range on both sides of the plate because he's just a beast. Props, strikeouts, not in the series. I told you I'm not taking a single one in the series. Hits, earned runs, walks, house. That's too high of a line. Yeah, but I don't trust it because he could easily go 6. They love pulling him at 5 2/3. They love pulling him. So let's go to Waka. What you got for us? Waka. Not many at bats. Naylor's only was at 2 for 9. Jose is 3 for 9. Nothing's really standing out there against righties. A bunch of 2s. Nothing stands out. Yeah, nothing standing out at all for these. Yeah, Jose at 242 actually stands out for not being as high. That's kind of 100. Okay. Outs. See, this makes more sense for a 17.5 because we actually have more lines going above. So 6 innings, 7 innings. But pitching outs is kind of on that list of like, do I want to take it? It's like, I don't know. It's not as exciting. And it's just, the odds are never good. It's always like minus 180. It's like, what? No, I'm not like 80s props. Bats. Let's go to bats. Nothing. Perez has been last 4 or 5, and so is Jose. But I mean, we can look at him. Why not? We got the time. Let's do it. Perez is 0 for 7, so that's going to be not even a no. Hell no. And if we pop over here to Jose, what have you done? Yeah, that's right, 3 for 9. I don't like that. We're gonna pass on all the props. Looking at the info, we got two pretty good. We have two pretty good pitchers. We have the offense clicking for KC. I don't want to take the side today. I know. I'm a KC homer sometimes, but not today. I just can't. I just don't like it. It just no. The pitchers are too good today, so I'm gonna pass on this game and just move on to the next one. All right, next up we got Houston and Philly. It's a pick 'em. 9.5 is a total. Looking at the weather, it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be 97 degrees, but it's yeah. It might be cloudy. It might storm. Who knows? Looking at Philly's on a 4-game winning streak. 2.7, 231. That's 27-19 for Houston. That ain't that good. 46% Nerfy. Forgot about that. Can't forget that part. 6.3, 330. That's third and first for Philly. The bats are clicking right now, so you got to lean Philly when it comes to the bats. On the pitching side, you got Arrighetti going out there, and he threw a gem against Baltimore last time. 3 hits, 6 innings, 6 Ks. He's not going to, I mean, he had perfect matchups here in these 2 strikeouts. He's just not that much of a strikeout dude. He just had great matchups when he took advantage of them. So overall, on the screen, you can see all the games he's had. He's been a pretty good pitcher. Walker's going out there for Philly. He has been pretty not a good pitcher. So, I mean, you can see, 2 and 3 is not, it's average. 4, 4, 6. No. Yeah, you got to lean Houston on pitching, Philly on the bats. Let's go up here to the props. We start Walker since we're, start Walker first since we just talked about him last. A lot of history, a lot of no history, but a lot of zeros, a lot of red, nothing there really. Against righties, Houston, some are good, some are not. And even the red, like 280 for Altuve, still good. It's just he's better against lefties. So nothing stands out. His props, I've already dug through these. 3.5 I chuckled at because you haven't hit over 4 in 3 out of 4 games. No shot. Hits, I'm not feeling that. Earn runs, the Houston Spats are not doing that great right now. The walks, I liked it until I saw he only walked 1 against KC, and we know KC walks a ton because they don't strike out at all. So the less you strike out, the more you walk. It's just facts. That's how it works. So no, we're gonna pass on those. Spencer, we looked at this. Lot of red for Philly. A lot of red. Little concerning in the red. Turner's 298. That's still good, but 290. But then we got like a lot of mid to lower 2s. It's like they're better against lefty, sure. But mid 2s, I don't know. Let's see. And he pitched great against Baltimore last time, which is a little worrisome too. So hit outs. The outs are right there. That's a play that could be made. Basically, you think, is he going to get, is he going to pitch a good game? He'll go 6 innings, but does he get teed off on by Philly? He won't go. So I am starting to think, I don't know. I don't know which way. I was leaning Philly bats, but the more I see things, I'm getting concerned. So strikeouts is not a thing we're looking at. Hits, I looked at it, but sometimes he's just good. And all that red for Philly kind of worried me a little bit. So it also came to bats. We had Remuto, Marsh, and Castellanos here. All 3 are doing great here recently. And I said, okay, cool. So I came back over. I went to Spencer, and I said, well, let me look how they do. Pop it over to him. Well, Remuto is only batting 264 this year. That ain't good. Let's see. Marsh is 255, but it's green, but it's still only 255. And Castellanos is 240. I was like, no, if I'm taking a batter prop, they got to be better. I need. This is almost like gambling. If I take it, it's a coin flip. I'm not doing those. So for me, I don't like anything in this game. Nothing stands out. If you like Philly's offense, cool. If you like Houston's pitching, cool. But I'm going to pass on it and move on to the next game. All right, next up we got Tampa and Seattle. And Seattle's minus 170. It's a 7 for the total. Looking at it's in the dome, so don't worry about weathers. It's Seattle. Let's see, 52% Nerfy, 1.7 and 0.156 for Tampa is 29th in both categories. Terrible. Cheeks, if you will. Seattle, 3.7, 213. That's 23rd in both. Slightly less cheeky, but still cheeks. They're both cheeks. So strikeouts, beautiful. We love to see terrible numbers like that when we have pitchers that like to strike out people. So we have Rasmussen. He's a strikeout dude. Look at these numbers. He will strike you out if he gets the chance to throw pitches. So I mean, we might be gambling here a little bit today because I like that. Castillo is also a strikeout dude when he gets the time. So yeah, you can see what they do. Let's go with the props. Rasmussen's first. His strikeout number's 2.5. Yeah, this was when he was actually pitching more innings, but now that he's only done this and it's two, yeah, I don't care. I'm taking it. I think I am. Let me look at the history real quick just to make sure. But I'm pretty certain. Yeah. Yeah. If he goes 2 innings, can he get 3 strikeouts? I think he can. I really think he can. I think I want to pay to find out too, just because it'll be hilarious. Oh, yes, I'm going to do it. I don't care. Rasmussen over 2.5 Ks. And people are going to, that don't watch the video are going to see that and listen and be like, who? What? 2.5? Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the show, baby. This is going to be fun. All right, let's pop over to Castillo. Numbers. Well, we got some 318. The low boys got 303, about 333. Nothing really else stands out against righties. A bunch of nasty, bunch of, ugh, yeah, disgusting. And let's see, outs. That's consistent. I mean, if he does, I mean, he probably should do this, but I'm not paying 244. What? That's terrible. Ugh, just no. You get a coupon or something. That's crazy. Strikeouts. Yes, here we go. 9, 9, 7, 8. Yeah, 6.5. It's already on my list. I ain't got to type it. I already typed it down because I knew I was taking it. So, I mean, yeah, Tampa's worst. The worst team in strikeouts. 12 in the last 3 days, the last week, and they're 28th in the last 2 weeks. So, and they were 14th. 27 for 14 yesterday. So if he don't hit his total, it's not because of him. It's not because of Tampa. They're doing their job. So, all right, back to props. All right, here we go. Hits. Show the rest for people that care. I ain't taking none of these. I got what I want. I'm here for strikeouts, and I got me a couple. I'm checking out. I'm trying to leave the store. Let me look at hits. Let's laugh. Rivas, ha ha ha. I'm not taking it. Okay, cool. Then ooh, we got 50s and 40s on the screen. That's how terrible this is. Ugh. All righty. I got Castillo and Rasmussen. That's hilarious. I can't wait to see that. So Castillo, Rasmussen, both strikeout props. That's it. Next game. All right, next up, this is the Texas-Chicago game that got started. They threw 4 pitches and called it right there. They're picking up today. So technically, it's the first game of the doubleheader, but since it technically started, there's no betting on it unless you do some live bets. So I don't have a screen for that. Yesterday's play, I passed on it because this is just a terrible game overall. And now that the pitchers already started, well, 1 through 4 pitches, and now what was that? Crochet through 4 pitches, and Haney hasn't. So now they're both slated to be the starters again today. So that messes things up. You know how athletes are; they have their set ways. When you mess things up, it messes all things up. So, it was a pass yesterday. It's a double pass today. There's no shot I'm taking anything in this game, but I wanted to show the stats, just in case somebody wants to see, the live. They might look at this and say, oh, I might live bet this. How were they? Oh, I see that. Oh, they're just kind of trash. Okay, maybe I'll keep my money in my pocket. So, yeah, there you go. We're passing on it. Next game. All right, next up we got Oakland and Cincinnati. It's basically a pick with a slight lean to Cincy. 10 is the total. Looking at the weather there, there's the weather. We can see it's going to be 90 degrees, cloudy, maybe some storms, maybe not. 59% Murphy based on what they've done this year. 4.7, 248 for Oakland. That's 14th and 16th, middle of the pack. Cincy, 5.7, 290. That's 8th and 7th. So you got to give Cincy the advantage slightly towards the offense. And Oakland does strike out a good bit. So that's something to note. Looking at the pitching, Beto, however you say it, dude's going to not let you hit nothing. That's what his job is, because in 3 games, dude's giving up 5 hits in 17 innings. Dude is a beast that no one's talking about. So, I mean, yeah, and it was Tampa, San Fran, Toronto, given not the strongest offenses, but still, these are professionals. And you can do that in 3 games. Hey, that's pretty good. So, Cruz is going out there for Cincy. It is a bullpen game, but your name ain't Rasmussen, so I ain't taking your strikeout prop. Sorry, buddy. So, pop over to props. We'll go to Beto first, because we can look at the other guys' stuff a little bit. So, nothing here. Against righties, the first thing I noticed, this is my second time recording this. I went through and then I stopped. I paused. I went, oh, like I saw something great, and I did. He's back. Hines is back. 435 and 4 home runs. Guess who's going in a home run today? Just for principle. Yeah, the man himself is going in the home run. I don't care. I had to pause the video, go to Twitter, look it up, and 1 hour ago, sure shit, there it was. Hines back in Cincy. They brought him back. I said, oh, it's a beautiful day today, isn't it? So yes, yeah, fun times. If you're a Reds fan, you should be loving that. Bombs away. Okay, let's look at the other side. We have some stats. Not much. Rooker does have a home run off of Cruz, and against righties, Oakland's not bad. They got some decent numbers overall. 2-9. You don't play. You don't count. Go away. Let's see. A bunch of mid-twos. Okay, cool. Great. All right. His strikeouts is 4.5. He's gone over that in almost every game he's played, except since he is 7th in strikeouts right now. So I don't want to take that right now. So I don't like that. So we're going to leave that alone. Hits. He has shown he can give up some hits historically, but the last 3 he's just been cooking. So I'm concerned. I kind of want to leave that alone. Oh, bats. Let's not forget the bats. Stevenson, of course, Stevenson's a beast. Steer. Let's go back here. Stevenson and Spear. That's what we're looking at. Boop, boop. Stevenson's 261. Steer is 240. I mean, hell, what's Hines? I just want to say Hines out of pure principle something. It sounds crazy, but why not? You know, I don't even know if he's going to start. He might be on the bench for all I know. But guess what? We are going to look for it because why? Why not? And you are not even on the list yet. Man, you got my hopes up. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Probably smart. Probably the way to be. Okay. All right, well, maybe later I'll add something, maybe on the actual books. So, all right, for this one, I mean, the pitcher goes Oakland, the batting goes Cincy. There's nothing that really stands out in this one. I am going to have to pass on this one, sadly. I know, but I'm going to put Hines in a home run light if I can later, just because. Why not? Next game. All right, we got LA and Detroit. Detroit's minus 160, 8.5 is your total. Looking over at the weather, we are in Detroit, so yeah, there's your weather. Wind blowing out 6 though. Nah, okay. Angels have lost 6. Detroit has won 5. That's 2 different directions. 1.7 and 102 is 29th and 30th for Angels. They are, I mean, I don't even want to call them cheeks because that's just almost, they know they're bad. They just know. Detroit, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. 7, 303. That's 2nd and 5th. I mean, clearly Detroit's offense is better. Let's be honest. It was 6-2 yesterday. It should have been more than that probably. Both teams are striking out a lot though. That matters. Let's see, pitchers. We got Griffin Canning going out there, who threw a gem against Toronto last time, 2 hits and 6. Where was that at? Because you have not been that all season. You're usually more like, I'm going to give you up to like 4 or 5 runs. But hey, Toronto, you shut them down a little bit. Good job, buddy. Englert, it's a bullpen game. Another bullpen game we got going on. But this time, it's a bullpen game of somebody who's not good. So... But it's the Angels, so it's like, okay, someone terrible versus something terrible. Somebody's got to win that battle, and I don't know who. I just don't know. So it's one of those. Let's see. I don't have props on Englert, but I do have a little bit of history. Actually, I don't have history. I can see Angels against righties. I only have to look. I know they're not good. Yeah, the best ones will hop, and he's been terrible recently. And yeah, just not good. Let me pop back over, swap them out. To Canning we go. Rogers has 3 home runs at 9 at bats with a 444 history against Canning. Okay, who are you? Like what? Rogers, are you on this list anywhere? I'm gonna have to type up HRLA all of a sudden at the bottom of my list. HRLA, and it's gonna be, if I can put him, Hines from Cincy, I'm going to do it. And then I got to put Rogers from Detroit. That sounds weird, but hey, whatever. I'm on it. Hey, can I even search your name? Like, where? You're not even popping up on the list. Like, who are you? Like, you've only had 9 at bats. You had 185 bats this year, only batting 211 though, but you love Griffin Canning. Outside of that, a whole lot of nothing. So we'll move on. We move. Carpenter's 314. Who was the one that's up here? It's Parker, right? Yeah, Parker Meadows. Parker, you're only 219 for the year, and you are 1 for 2 against Canning. So, I mean, I could. Parker is cooking right now. I mean, those numbers are pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take it. Meadows over 1.5 HR. Yes, Parker. Keith could be a play too, but yeah, I'm not gonna do those. Let's see what else. Let's look at props for him. Hits 4.5. Oh, I think I like that even better than. Oh, ooh. Okay, I see it. I see the juice. Okay, okay. Over 5.5. You know what? I'm gonna be risky. I'm gonna gamble a little bit here. We're gambling today. That's what we're doing. Yep. We're gonna take the alt line. We're gonna take 5.5 for that plus 115 because in the 3 games he's faced him, he's given up at least 6. Yeah, I'll take this. So we'll take Canning over 5.5 hits allowed for the plus juice. Let's see what else. I'm just feel like I'm shopping. I'm walking in the aisles and putting stuff in my cart. Oh, this is good. Okay, what else we got? Strikeouts. Let's go last 10. No. Earn runs. I mean, I could, but I don't want to go too heavy in one game just in case the game script doesn't do what we thought it was going to do. So I don't want to be too invested in one game. I'm already heavily invested in that first game with Chicago and Pittsburgh. So, okay, back to this. We already saw Parker. We already got Parker. All right. And you already know that means I'm putting Detroit in the money line parlay. Am I? That pitcher worries me. He's only going to be there for 1 inning. Just don't give up 6 runs. You're good. I'm going to take Detroit. We're going to do it. I'm going to trust the Tigers bullpen. Oh, it's a weird thing to say. It gave me shivers. All right, so that's enough. Next game. All right, next up we got the Yankees and the Nationals. New York. What happened yesterday? You had it. What? I mean, come on. Come on. You just... anyways, you're a big favorite today, though, and the total is 9. We look at the weather. We see it's going to be hot, 96 degrees. It's just a hot day. So 46% Nerfy, 5.7, 308. That's 8th and 3rd. So you got to lean Yankees in the offense because Washington is only 3.7 and 202. That's 23rd and 26th. Moderate lean for Yankees. I'm not going to go heavy. I'm going moderate because I don't trust you. I just don't trust you. So 14th for Washington strikeouts is not their usual. Normally they're in the top 5, so they're swinging a little bit more than usual. So let's go to the pitchers. Carlos had a gem against Colorado, but it was the Rockies. Don't get too excited. And then Detroit, good game. And then another gem against Texas. We know the Texas Rangers are not good offensively. Don't get excited. So, but today he gets to face Washington, which they don't look that good. So he might throw another gem. So let's look at his counterpart. Gore is going out there. And Gore, I mean, he has not been good for the last month. Outside his last game against the Braves, and usually I would say the Braves aren't good, but the past week the Braves have been great at offense. So, I mean, who knows? It's baseball. Nobody knows anything. So, props we go. Carlos, what you got for us? Let's look at your history first. Boop, boop, boop. Gallo's got a home run. No one else really has anything cool against lefties. We got a couple. Well, you don't play. You don't count. 304 for Yepes. 294 for Vargas. Okay, they're split. Some are good, some are not. Yeah, basic. Strikeout 6.5. Not against Washington. I don't care how much they strike out. Washington is not one of those teams you want to take a strikeout prop against. Hits. Earn runs. See, ever since these games, that's about off the screen. He's about to look like a beast. Man, that was like a while ago when he had those back-to-back just terrible games. Let's see. Walks. Ooh. Okay, and outs. I mean, okay. Let's go, Gore. Let's look at your history. What you got? Anything good for us? Judge has 2 home runs and 3 at-bats. I say that's pretty good, I would say. So we're going to add Judge to the home run list. I haven't had a home run list typed out in weeks, but today they're just popping up today. So hey, Dinger Wednesday. Who needs Dinger Tuesday? It's Dinger Wednesday around here, baby. So, I just saw these numbers. They're just trash. 1, 200, 1. I mean, Judge is good. Soto's 283, but everyone else is just abysmal. Oh, okay. Gore might have himself a day. Okay. Yeah. All right, Bats, what you got for us? Judge, where you at? You're at walks. Half a walk is minus 250. I can't. Judge HRR is only 50%, so he's cooling off. I can't. I'm going to pass on everything in this game. I'm just going to tell you right now. I'm going to pass, but I will put Judge in some kind of like home run parlay thing at the end. So I'll tell you at the end what it is. Yeah, next game. All right, next up we got Toronto and Boston. And Boston's a nice heavy favorite. 9 is your total. We got some weather to look at. There we go. There's your weather. Only 76. Not hot. There we go. It's cooled off a little in Boston. That's good. So there you go. Back over here, we can see this information. Let's see. We got 52% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 6 runs, 262. That's 6 and 12 for Toronto. That's okay. Boston, 4.7, 276. They're not the same average, but Toronto has a little bit of 1.3 lead in runs. So I wouldn't really say there's an advantage in bats either way. Boston's only striking out 17th, and Toronto is just not striking out at all. So, hey, that's good. So, in this game yesterday, I took Vladdy to get a walk, and it didn't come close. So, that was just a waste of a unit, wasn't it? So, we'll see what happens today. Today, we have Bassett going out there for Toronto. And we can see dude hands out runs like candy on Halloween to the neighborhood kids. He just knock on the door. Here you go. Here's a run. Run for you. Oh, would you like 2 runs? There you go. Bellows going out there. I mean, typically he's around the 3 range, but then he had a couple ones. You knew he was going to bounce back to a 5 because he just averages out to 3. This is what he does. 1 + 5 is 6 divided by 2 is 3. Quick maths. That's right. I did the math in my head. So, yeah, there we go. He hasn't faced Toronto recently. He hasn't faced Boston recently. So, props we go. And I loaded this up, and the first thing I went was, it's just a home run day because Devers has 3 home runs and 14 at-bats against Bassett. So now I come over here, I go Devers, Devers, Boston. I mean, yeah, they're just popping up today like crazy. So against righties, I mean, Devers 314, there you go. Pop, pop. Okay, you can see what stands out. Pretty good both sides of the plate. That's what Boston is. Strikeouts? No. How is Boston striking out? 17. That's right. They're doing better than usual. Usually they're in the bottom 5. So, hey, good job, guys. I'm not going to take you for strikeouts today. Earned runs. Ooh, 2.5. You give up a lot of earned runs. Head-to-head, you tend to show out against Boston. You faced them twice this year, only gave up 2, and last year it was twice. Okay. We'll leave that alone. We'll pass on that. Outs, walks and outs. Nothing there. Let's go to below. Vladdy has 2 home runs and 19 at bats, so a 421. What is today? I might have me like a $1 million parlay out of home run dues by the time I'm done. Vladdy for Toronto. We're at him. You're batting 421. What is these numbers? What are we doing, guys? I mean, I know I joke about the people that post that stuff. For $1, and that's all you do, that's worth it. You're having fun. That's all it's about. And if you can cash out, eventually you get like 4 dues and it says cash out for 1,000, cash out. Nah, you might miss $1 million, but hey, that's a story to tell forever. Probably should never cash out over $1. That's crazy. And let's look. A lot of green. It's a lot of green for Toronto. Oh, what's the over? 9. I think I'm taking that. I'm just gonna throw out. I think I'm taking that. So, strikeouts. Let's go back to the last 10 and head-to-head. I mean, he strikes out a good bit. I mean, your walks are way. Why is your control has gone away? What is this? What are you doing? That is terrible. Okay, you got to get that under control. Let's go to bats. A lot of 70s. There's that Vladdy walk prop again, plus 195 again today. I'm not doing it today. He's 421. No, he might have more home runs than walks, hopefully. There's his HRR, 2.5. They know what's up. They know exactly what's up today. I can't do 2.5. Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to take the over in this game. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the over of 9. And it's what, minus 115? Yeah, I'll take over 9. I'm not going to take a side in this one. I don't really want to trust either pitcher. And we'll just move on to the next game. All right, next up we got Atlanta and Minnesota. It's slight advantage to Atlanta. 7.5 is your total. Looking at the weather, 75, pretty good day. Minnesota cannot complain. Atlanta's 1-2. Minnesota's lost 3. 52% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 6.3, 243 for Atlanta in the last 3. That's 3rd and 17th. That's pretty. I mean, it's good in runs. Average is about average. That's funny. 4.7, 264. That's 14th and 11th for Minnesota. So you can see there's no real. I mean, all there is Minnesota has the average, Atlanta has the run, so nothing really stands out. Heading over to the pitchers, though, it matters. Chris Sale's pitching today. He's on the bump. and 262 for second, 102 for seventh, 191 for third. Yeah, dude's a beast. Yeah. He gave up 9 hits against Washington though last game. Only 2 scored, but he gave up 9 hits. 6 hits here. Yeah, you can see what he's done. Only 4 strikeouts here. And I said this. I said Washington is a team that you don't want to bet strikeouts against. And what happens? Bam, 4 Ks. So Minnesota is a team you want to bet strikeouts against. 25th and 22nd for both teams. We'll look at that here in a second. And Festa's going out there for Minnesota. And he's, depends on what his number is, but he don't look like that much of a strikeout threat at all, really. So, and he's one of those stars that pitches 3 innings, 5 innings, 3 innings. It's weird. He's not your traditional, like, I'm going to go 6, 7 innings type. So, props, let's go. Let's start with Festa. He popped out first. So, matchup it is. History. 1 for 2 for Ursula. I probably butchered it, but whatever. Very green or red mixed. Nothing stands out. Ozuna's 306. Typical. He's only one over 300 usually. Hits, strikeouts, 5.5. See, that feels too high. That doesn't feel like it's you. That's not you. That's too big for you. You need to wear a 4.5. That fits you better, I'm sure. So, no. Earned runs, no. I don't like that Braves average. Walks, outs. I mean, yeah. If they teed off on Ober, they might tee off on you too. So you saw your buddy get teed off on. So no. Let's pop the sale. What you got for us? Tell me your number's not 8.5. If it's 6.5, I'll love it. 7.5, I'll take it. 8.5, I'm gonna laugh. Pass, up. Here, swap. There it goes. We got some greens. Santana's got a home run. Mario's 429, 7 at bats, but still, I mean, a lot of numbers on the K prop side. That's okay. It's lefties. We got some high 2s and a couple. Nothing stands out. Okay, I'm not worried. 7.5. There we go. It's plus 132. 6.5 is an option as well. You know what? I gambled in that earlier game and took the better juice. I'm gonna take the 6.5 here. Something tells me to drop it down a little bit. I know Minnesota's striking out that much, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm taking sale over 6.5 Ks. He did only throw 4 last time, and he's that type that he's probably been thinking about it ever since his last start. He might come out and fan 12 today, so let's gamble. Let's do it. 7.5. 7.5. If it loses, whatever. I'll be like, whatever. It's fine. Sale, 7.5 strikeouts. There we go. Let's look at the rest. Anything else stand out? Probably not. Runs doesn't want to load. There it goes. 2 and no. No, and bats. We got Vasquez. And I'm not taking Twins against Sale today. No shots. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I'm not going to take anything else in this one. I'm just going to take that Sale strikeout prop and just move on to the next game. All right, we got San Diego and St. Louis. San Diego's a slight favorite. 8 is your total. Looking over at some weather in St. Louis. There you go. Pretty good. 89 degrees. Still pretty warm. Not bad. San Diego won 3, St. Louis lost 2, 52% nerfed based on what they've done. 5.7, 255. That's 8th and 14th for San Diego. Meanwhile, St. Louis is 4 and 278, which is 20th and 9th. St. Louis has the advantage in the average. San Diego has the advantage in the runs. So that makes it where there's no advantage in bats. So San Diego doesn't strike out. St. Louis is only striking out 11th. So pitchers, we got Musgrove going out there. Musgrove had a 1-hit gem against the Mets last time out. I mean, dude's been a beast all since he came. His 3 games back, he's been a beast. His 3 games before he went out, he's a beast. I mean, yeah. Palante, also, outside his game against the Mets, he's been pretty good. Can't complain. I mean, there's not really a big advantage. I would slightly lean Musgrove, but not by anything, really. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Let's do Musgrove first. History. Goldie's got a home run in 24 at-bats. There's a couple more home runs. Nolan's got a 462 average and 13 at-bats. That's notable. Have you done it? Are you over here? No. Ooh, there's only a few over here anyways to look at. So, okay, nothing really stands out there. Against righties, we have some high numbers. A lot of green. Okay, cool. Look at the props. Hits, they're going down. He's getting better as the season goes. Like, 3 games he's been back. The last 3 games before he went out, and he's just getting better. That's just love that. Strikeouts are going up. I mean, dude's cooking. Earned runs are going down. Yeah. All right, Palante. Oh, wow. Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's see. Anything over here stand out? No. San Diego, everyone loves righties. Everyone. A lot of 300s on this screen. And who are the ones we want to check out? We want to look at Jackson Merrill and Cronenworth. Cronenworth is 261. Mr. Merrill is 318. I think Jackson Merrill might make my list. Ooh, 160. You know what? He's still going to make my list. I don't care. Over 1.5 HR. Still making the list. Don't care. Cronenworth won't. I'll leave him off. I didn't look at Victor Scott. I should probably do that. Look at Victor Scott. Victor, what you got? 0 for 2, and your season, you're 157 against righties. You're 157 against everybody. Wow. So you just decided to play ball now because that is terrible. Okay. Props. Let's look at Palante props. Strikeouts, 3.5. I mean, yeah, you go over, but I mean, San Diego. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Hits allowed, 5.5. That's, you only gave up 4 times. No. And to the bats, we have those 3. Maybe Bedra if you want to. I have what I want. I have what I want. I'm not taking a side. I lean San Diego, but I don't trust San Diego, if that makes any sense. So I'm just going to take Jackson Merrill to do his job, get him a hit, a run, or an RBI. Get 2 of those and just call it a day. Next game. All right, next up we have the actual game today for Texas and Chicago, but it's technically now considered part of a doubleheader because the other game, 4 pitches in, they're going to have the whole game. So basically we're having a doubleheader, so it's going to be 19 innings. We do have odds. We do have Texas minus 165. We do have over under of 9. I can show a little bit of the weather. You can see what it's going to be. 73. Nope. If I show the weather screen, there we go, 73. There you go. There's that stuff again. You can see nothing's changed. This will update based on what happens in the first game. So you saw this earlier, nothing new. The only pitcher listed so far is Jack Leiter for Texas. That's it, with his 16.39 ERA. Just beautiful numbers. So absolutely rough when it comes to what he's done. Hasn't pitched since May. Let's give him credit. I mean, his 3 games have been terrible, but it was May, and April. So let's see what he does. I assume he's probably going to be terrible, but it is the White Sox. We don't know. We don't know who the White Sox are going to throw out there yet. They haven't said anything. So I don't have any props on the bat side, and I have no props on the pitching side. So, yep, there you go. So if you want to take something, enjoy it, because I shall be skipping on it and moving to the next game. All right, next up we got San Fran and Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a pretty heavy favorite. 8 is your total. Looking over at the weather app, it's in a dome. No worries there. 55% Murphy based on what they've done this year. 4 and 216 for San Fran. That's 20th and 22nd. Not that great. Milwaukee 5.3, 206. That's 13th and 25th. Again, they're getting some runs, but still not that great. And Milwaukee striking out a good bit. So pitchers, we got Harrison going out there for San Fran. You can see what he's done in his recent games. Nothing impressive. Nothing stands out. Peralta is going out there. You can see what he has done. Also up and down. Nothing really stands out there either. So yeah, let's look at the stuff up here. We have Peralta pitching history. Nothing really sent. Chapman's got a home run and 3 at-bats, but outside of that, nothing just jumps out. Against righties, the only one above 300 is McRae. And I was like, what? Who? And then I clicked over here and I see McRae is up here as the #1 spot. I'm like, who is this? He bats 8th. So he is over half is his HRR. So he's going to get at least 3 at bats. So I think I'm going to take him just because. Why not? Over 0.5 HR. Why not? You never know. Doing good. Hey, we'll see what happens. So yeah, we're going to take McRae. He only has 32 at-bats against righties, but he's batting 8th. So if he plays, he might only been there for a little bit. Who knows? If it doesn't play, it doesn't matter because he'll just void it. So cool. So we'll rock with that. Nothing stands out. Let's look at his props. Outs. 2. I mean, it's consistent. That's consistent going down for strikeouts. That's not where you want to be on strikeouts. Ugh. That's not good. Earned runs, walks. Oh, none of that. none of those. Hard pass. Let's see. Harrison's up next. We have a 1-for-2 for Sanchez for a home run. Against lefties, no one's truly, I mean, he does, but he's only had 13 at bats. So Contreras at 325. Is Contreras over here? You're close. You're 40 and 50. That ain't good enough. So, all right, we'll pass on those. Props, outs. Oh, that's ugly. Strikeouts again. You showed out against Colorado, but then you're like, just not. Hits, earned runs. Both pitchers are up and down. Nothing really stands out for them. The bats, we already saw the bats. I don't have a lean either side because you see the offense. Their numbers are too close. The pitchers are too close. I'm just going to take that McRae prop of over half of an HRR and bounce on to the next game. All right, next up, we got Miami and Colorado. Colorado's a slight favorite. The total is 11. The weather in Rado is going to be 87. Pretty hot for Colorado. You can see that there. 50% nerfy based on what they've done. Yesterday's score was 9-8, absolute shootout in that one. 6 runs and 317. That's 6th and 2nd for Miami in the last 3. Colorado 4.7, 255. That's 14th in the last 3. So you got to give Miami the advantage. Both teams are trending up though, just like you like to see. And Colorado is striking out 20th. So yeah, there you go. Miami's not striking out much. Miami's doing a lot better job at not striking out this year. They're getting in that Washington territory where they're starting to creep in that top 10 consistently. So let's look at the pitchers. We got Max Meyer going out there. You can see what he's done. He's going to give up at least 3 runs, it looks like. That's if his earned run is 2.5, we're taking his over. Just saying. Freeland, we'll see what he has done. He's about the same. He's had a couple D's. Yeah, okay. I see why it's 11 now. So Freeland history. We got a home run for him. Nothing stands out against lefties. Some terrible numbers, but then we got some great ones, but they don't play much. So, all right. Freeland might do all right. Strikeouts. Outs is strikeouts is there. Miami doesn't strike. We just said Miami doesn't strike out much. Runs, walks. I don't like any of that. Let's go to Max. Max has no history. Colorado versus righties. Oh, Tovar's 285. Tovar was beast here this week, isn't he? So, okay, great. Hits, strikeouts, earned runs. It's 3.5. Why you gotta do that to us? You're just gonna make me take the overall total over, aren't you? I know that's exactly what you're gonna do. You're just gonna take the over. Okay. Yeah, I don't like any of that. Let's go to the bats. All we have is Toglia walks. That's it, and everything else is like 50%. What? That's terrible. Oh, okay. So we got 2 pitchers that give a bunch of runs, 2 offenses that can score runs. It's in Coors Field. The total's 11. I'm taking the over. I don't care. We're going to keep it simple. Over 11. Why not? So, and it's minus 105. Yeah, we'll do that. So over 11. Next game. All right, next up, we got the Mets and the Diamondbacks. Arizona's a slight favorite. 7.5 is the total. It's in Arizona. No need to look at the weather because it's in a dome. Let's see, 49%, 45% nerfy based on what they've done this year. 5.7, 229. That's 8th and 20th in the last 3 games for New York. Arizona 4.7, 232. That's 14th and 18th in the last 3 games. So there's no real advantage. New York's trending up. Arizona's trending down. So Mets are striking out a good bit more. So that's a thing. Severino's going out there for the Mets today. You can see what he's done. Great game against Miami. The rest, he's giving up some runs. So Eduardo's going out there for Arizona. You can see what he's done in his 3 games. Not much to look at. Looking over at the props. We start with Eduardo. We come over here. We see history. I chuckle because I see Martinez. 2 home runs, 2 at-bats. And against lefties, he also bats 292. So I put Martinez on my home run lay list because why not? That's hilarious. 2 at-bats, 2 bombs. I mean, 3rd time's a charm, right? Do it again. Do it again. So other than that, no one else really stood out here. We got some high 300s. I did see on this list of 70s and 80s, Vientos is here at 1.5 HRR, and he is also here batting a smooth 347, including never facing. So yeah, I'll take Vientos 1.5 HRR for sure. Props for him, strikeouts. I mean, just this year, that's all I'm looking at is this year. I mean, he hasn't done, he's only been in 3 games, so it's kind of hard to judge anything. So those are the props, though. There you go. Severino's going out there. Nothing stands out here. I mean, him, 154, it stands out in a bad way, but against righties, Arizona's good both sides of the plate, so decent, if anything. Nothing stands out though. Hits, strikeouts, earned runs, walks. Not of inconsistency. A lot of up and a lot of peaks and valleys with this guy. So, and on the bats, I already looked through most of these. Nothing I really want to mess with. I already got me some Vientos, and I put Martinez in the home run lay. So I don't think I need to do anything else. For the side and the total, I don't like either one. Offenses are kind of coming together. Pitching, they're too up and down. So I'm gonna pass on all that. Vientos home run, Vientos 1.5 HRR, Martinez home run lay. Next game. All right, last up we got Baltimore and the Dodgers. It is a pick'em. 8.5 is your total. Let's look at the weather. We can see pretty good. Can't complain. Wind straight out of 8. Might help with some home runs today. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. We got 45% NRFI based on what they've done this year. 3 and 174 for Baltimore. That is 26 and 28. That ain't good. Dodgers 4.3, 208. That's 19th and 24th. Not good, but better than Baltimore slightly. So, but still no advantage in this one. Pitchers, we have Corbin Burns going out there for Baltimore, and he has been awful his last few games. Let's just say that. That's just what it is. Bueller's going out there for the Dodgers, and he hasn't been that much better either. I mean, these two are recent. These are back in June, so take with that what you will. Let's go to props. Burns, history. No one's hit a home run. Nothing's really standing out. Ohtani hasn't claimed another victim yet. He might today, though. Let's see, because Burns is just so bad right now. History against righties. I mean, yeah, I might just add Ohtani to the home run list just because. So, you know what? I'm going to. We already got Judge on there. Dinger Wednesday is a thing now. I don't care what anybody says. We're doing it. Boom. Done. Okay, let's look at props. I'm not taking any of these guys' props in a positive light because, look, he's just been terrible recently. Strikeouts, hits. I mean, maybe over. It's safer to leave him alone and bet unders. I just don't want to. I can't do it. No real history for Bueller against the O's. Against righties, they're pretty good. I mean, I say good. They're green. They're all mid twos, and they're better than lefties. So there you go. Hits for Bueller. Strikeouts. He's not a strikeout dude. I mean, he struck out 7, but the last few he's just not. What's the over in this game? It's 8.5. I'm probably taking the over just because these are just terrible. Oh look, Ohtani over 1.5 HRR. Well, guess who's going on my list? All right, you're already on the home run lay, but now you're going to be actually on the game. So Ohtani over 1.5 HRR. I'll take that one. Sure thing, buddy. Welcome to the team. And outside of that, yeah, I'm gonna take that over 8.5. I think the pitches are bad enough, and who knows, maybe the wind pushes the ball out a little bit further. So sometimes it's all you need. So I'm not taking it aside. I got Ohtani in over 1.5 HRR. I got Ohtani in the home run lay, which is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. Ooh, that's a lot of people. And over 8.5, and we're going to call it a day right there. All right, that's it. All 16 games have been broken down. It's going to be a fun day. We got lots of random plays out there. We got some passes in there. Nah, you can't play every game, right? I guess you could, but you shouldn't. I have a home run lay. I have 7 dudes on a home run lay when I haven't had none that stood out in weeks, but all of a sudden 7 today. Yeah. Dinger Wednesday is going to be the title of the video. Dinger Wednesday is in effect. Alert the masses. Dinger Wednesday is here. So on top of that, Moneyline Parlay was just 2. I got Pittsburgh and Detroit. That's it. No one else really stood out. There's others you could have took. I leaned a little bit, but I laid off. So Pittsburgh, Detroit. Drop your favorite play, parlay, home run, anything you want to drop in the comments, because as you see, I'll tell you. And if you hit, I'll post you tomorrow and say, hey, I told you, you hit. There you go. Parlay. Now, straight bets, I'll shout you out, but I'm not going to go and post every single straight bet. So these are fun. I like tailing some of the plays because I can't see every angle of every play. You might see something I didn't, like the Detroit pitcher yesterday. I didn't see that, but somebody else pointed it out, and boom, it hit 3.5. He had 4 strikeouts. It worked out great. Love that. We're a team here. We're trying to make money together here. So on top of that, check out Outlier, link in the description, get you a free week. It is absolutely worth it. On top of that, drop a like, subscribe. I appreciate you being here, watching all these. I know these videos are long sometimes. I appreciate you watching it. I appreciate you commenting, helping each other out. And on top of that, hopefully we all end up green, rich, maybe a millionaire after a home run lay today. Who knows? And we will see you tomorrow.